Hi, beautiful souls. I thought I'd share a few words on losing things today. I lost a beautiful gold jade earring the other day, an earring that my granny had brought back from Hong Kong many years ago, and a set of earrings that I wear every day. In fact, I've lost a lot of earrings over the years, and we tend to lose one, don't we? So this was annoying, upsetting, and for me I was like, spending quite a bit of time thinking where could I have lost it, phoning around, asking shops if they'd found it, and so I'm now at this place where it's like, right, you have to let this go. This is of no use to be hanging on to something like this, because imagine how many lives we've lived on this planet, and imagine every single time, and I think this is probably why this had to come up, and imagine every single time we lose something, we hang on to that, we have an attachment to it, and then we are recycled, reborn, and we still have that attachment to something in our field, in our energetic field, and that weighs heavily on the soul to have all of these, and just tiny little things. They're nothing really of any consequence, they're just small things. Of course it was a beautiful earring, and my granny gave it with love, but she wouldn't want me to be losing sleep over it and getting all peculiar about it. I can feel her laughing. So what I want to just share today is that when I made a video the other day about, releasing, letting go of the baggage, releasing the baggage, and this came up, and this situation, losing an earring, and then I think yesterday I lost the lid of my cup. I have a drink of matcha tea every morning when I walk little Lanto. First of all, I lost my main cup with the bees on it. That broke, it fell onto the shingle and it smashed. Then the next day I used my backup cup and I lost the lid. So these are all things, like examples, that I could share to remind others, like myself, that if something happens like this, we must just let it go. Just go, okay, that's gone. Thank you very much for the service. And now I release you. I release you through all time, space and realities, because if not, you are collecting a whole load of losses in your aura, and losses create more losses, because until you understand the lesson, I don't really like to say the word lesson, but until you understand the meaning or how this affects the soul, then these things keep recurring. And once you've understood it, then you can clear it through all time, space and reality, all timelines, and you can release that from your energetic system, and you never have to experience that ever again. Ever, 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 ever. It's gone. The highest self has ensured that you have received the message, and then you can move on with ease and grace. And that's the thing, life is supposed to be graceful, easy. That doesn't mean that we don't have challenges, it's just how we deal with the challenges. They become more graceful and more smooth the higher up we are able to place ourselves, in order to create a higher perspective on the situation and the experience, so that we don't see it through our smaller perspective, but we see it through our higher perspective, and the higher perspective is always going to be the best perspective to see anything, for any situation. So that's my message that I'd like to share for today, is that if you lose something, and there is that saying that my friend Kelly said the other day, it's like, well, If you lose something, if it's meant for you, it will return, and if not, then just let it go. And that also is incredibly true as well. That's perfect saying, but sometimes it's helpful to just see it in another angle. And my angle on this, through the assistance of my higher self, is that you accumulate losses in your energetics through time and space if you don't deal with them in the here and now. So you have to let them go in the here and now and be happy with that. Be like, thank you for your service, thank you for it. I enjoyed using you camera, or I enjoyed using you earring. You were an incredible earring, and I released you, and I have no attachments, and just let it go. So wish you all lots of love. And you know, this is also, we have to do this with our loved ones as well, but we'll say that for another time. Talk about that another time. God bless you all. Peace and love.